Good morning to day 191. No, 192. Yeah, 192. Sunday 192. Carpenters here. Labourers here. Wellman in the corner here. Masons here. Guys obviously about to do the white mortar on the inside. They're here. The partition boys, they're here as well. So Sunday we won't get a full day in, but let me show you what's going on. Things are looking a little bit tidier. So we got a couple of carpenters working down on the manhole scenario, just cutting some stuff up. We've got masons laying some extra blocks in and around the manholes that need to be taken to height. Got the guys doing the well. Not too sure what he's trimming up, but trimming something for a reason. We've got some wood in here. Still been stacked away now, which is good. Got some ply sheets that need to be laid down on the floor here to make sure we don't get white mortar everywhere, because these guys are bloody messy. And as you can see, we're already starting. In here we got armoury at the front. He's finishing off the actual the columns. I told you about we're having to extend the columns to 24 inch. So armoury's around the back side there doing that one as well, finishing off that. If he can get some mortar, he can get stuck in. Got the boys around here finishing off, or say finishing off, getting on with the conduits and everything in here. We're also going to try and get all of this taken out as well. So this is being taken out the doorways now. So we're going to start cracking on with that. These boys have got lasers, they mean business. So we'll get all this taken out as well, so then we can get these all this cleared up. We can make sure these are all done properly, because tomorrow we're fitting the windows, so they've definitely got to be done. We can take the beading, so we call it rods, take the rods off now, so the windows are ready to go in. We can measure those to ensure we're happy. Again, but all this can be removed. Ricky's actually working on potentially the sloping on those as well, so that's good. These guys are going to be fitting in some of the actual wooden elements to support light switches and fixtures and fittings like water, valves, etc. I need the guys also getting some wheelbarrows and getting this stuff taken away today as well, so I'll talk to him about that. Andy, at some stage today, can you get these poles I swept up yesterday all taken out? Cheers, buddy. So we'll get that all nice and clean. We've got through here. Again, more mess. I only did that yesterday. Armoury in the house. The beach is still looking a bit like a bomb site, so we need to get the jacks into areas that are necessary. We've got the carpenters finishing off the boxing on the front, because that's got to be poured. We'll probably do that tomorrow. I don't think that's our focus. Again, poles everywhere. We need to get these poles taken up. But as you can see in here, if I stand right at the very back, we've actually got the metal studding on the ceiling all done. So that is technically ready for any form of electrical, mechanical services to be run through. And once they're run through, then that can be done. That can be plasterboarded, and then obviously the first fix can start taking place. As you can see, there's a pipe squeezed in there. That's for the actual extractor that's going to end up being on here. So he's going to have to bend that over a bit more, because I would say the hob is going to be about here somewhere. So how he's going to get that over there, I do not know. He's obviously done it in the wrong place. He's actually done it smack bang in line with that. Well, not smack bang, but we've also got to cut this pipe out. For some reason, the plumber decided to put a pipe in the middle of the floor. So I'm not too sure what that's for. We need to cut that out and get that filled. Other than that, it's going to be a quiet day. Right, buddy? Yeah, they're the steels that are put in the floor by mistake. We're going to have to fill those. Bit of work, bit of Osflow in there to make sure they don't rust, and then fill them. Yeah, so just the labourers now seeing the floor for the first time. So we swept through, seeing holes in the floor where rebar was put for absolutely no reason at all. So we obviously, once the concrete floor was done, we'd have to chisel it out and cut them out. So we're now going to have to come up with some form of fill and sand type scenario. Another one there as well.
Why don't you leave them there?
It's got to be good mortar waterproof, yeah, nice smooth. Again, you're going to have a colour difference in there, so saying that. So yeah, they'll start plasterboarding the inside at some stage today. We need to get the board down here as well, like I said, because these guys, I think they have like a mud throwing contest when they actually do their mortar. We definitely need to make sure we've got a lot of sand down here and a lot of boards. Because these guys are messy, that is for sure. So anyway, I'm going to get on that straight away. With regards to the windows, this is what so I'm hoping they're not too high. We just made these little concrete blocks for the windows to sit on, and then we're going to create, as you can see where the tape is there, we're going to create a little slope for the water to run off. So the windows will sit on here. I think these have been made a little bit too wide, but the water needs to drip out, so we're probably going to have to chisel that back. But again, they needed to be done, but I just think we've done them a bit too wide. And we definitely have to have them running that way, otherwise the water's going to sit in here. Have to think about that. All the windows have got to be the same, so we need to just work out where they're leaning and how they're leaning. Make sure we get them in there right, otherwise we'll start having water sitting and going mouldy, and that's not what we want. The other thing as well we've got is that we're going to end up having water dripping down the front. So we've got to make sure that we don't have staining going down there as well. So we need to make those out of white mortar. 20 to 11. 20 to 11. Things are going on. Quick update what's going on here. So the boys are on the white mortar. Starting to get a little bit more up there. Even the boss has turned up today to do some work. So that's going on there. Charlie's cutting blocks for those little returns we're having to do in there. Shouted and shouted. They were. Okay, so that was the electricians just asking some questions. Fair play to them. We've got an aircon man that's been introduced to us. He's in there measuring up. Okay, we've got the carpenters at the moment boxing out the shuttering elements so that we can actually put the concrete elements on here for the manholes themselves. Obviously, when we go to height, obviously there'll be a manhole that will sit in there, so that'll have to be concreted so the manhole sits in there nicely. We've got Vulture, who's a weekend carpenter we use, he's doing that one. We've got Ford doing that one. Bristol's in today actually preparing and pouring the bores and doing the scratch coating, etc. on there and plastering. And we've got Earls here actually doing the same with them, so there's all them working on there. In here we've got the partition boys doing what they've got to do, and they're doing a great job. We've got the plumber in today doing the extraction, obviously, for the linen cupboard and the cooker. We've got the labourers just making sure things are being are being well treated for any form of screed we're putting on. Carpenters also just getting the door frames ready, because it looks like at the moment they've gone too high with the concrete, so they're busting some of it out and starting again. That also means more weldcrete, and it also means remortaring. So the bit we did in here, unfortunately, is going to have to be redone. As you can see, they've been broken back out again, and they're going to be redone properly. Mainly so that we get we've worked out that we couldn't actually get the windows in because they were concreted too high. Armoury's obviously finishing off the columns themselves, which is good. Oh, I'm being called again. I'm being called for now. 20 to 6, finishing off. Just nip back to site. Sorry about the wind. Look what we have. So the front is now nearly white. Still going. Gonna have to get the light out so they can finish off. But we're pretty much all white in here. So look how they got in here as well. So column done. Scratch coated to the edge. Did he scratch coat? Yeah, he got scratch coat on the front. Other one done. He managed to scratch coat internally, both sides. That's good. Didn't get around to beating that up. He got to finish that off, which is good. Didn't get around to doing that end and that end though. It's a shame. All the bedrooms are all in. So it looks like the guys have managed to get that done. A little bit of a slope backwards. That one's done too. Electrics and support inside for plug sockets are in. This window again slightly leaning backwards, but again in. sockets, conduits, all in. You're in your bedroom.
I'm in my bedroom right now.
That's your bedroom.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Isn't it? Little cowbell's bedroom. Oh no, they haven't finished that one. What's going on? Damn. Okay, that one's done. But then these aren't done. That's not good. 1, 2, 3 left. Oh god. Won't they stay and finish it? So we've got the light sockets in. Plumbing's been turned out. More sockets. But the guys haven't finished off the last 3 window frames. They know the doors are going in tomorrow, windows are going in tomorrow, so should have stayed to get that done. Got the boxing in for the utilities. So again, pipes turned, washing machine, elements, plug sockets, extractor for tumble dryer, more power sockets. That's pretty much it for in here. So yeah, quite a bit done. The real disappointing thing is just the well. There we go. So at the moment, yeah, the well. The guy turned up, did a couple of hours and then shot off. So that's a real shame because we could have got that done today when we really needed it done as well. And I thought they would have finished off all the thresholds as well. So we've got 3 of those left to do, and the windows are going in tomorrow, hopefully. So that's not ideal. So we're going to get that sorted. Other than that, welding underneath has now been done. And we've got to get the both ends, this end here and the other end, get those balanced up, and then we're pretty much done. So that's good. So another day over on planet Earth.